Hello, I'm Pamela Stansberry, and this is part 3 of the practicality of consciousness and compassion. So, I was talking about how everything in life can be used as your perfect way of healing. And it's just a step-by-step process of seeking good and seeking what is going to work for you in a practical sense. And that process can heal you if you allow it to and if you look for it. And so what I wanted to get into now is really the practicality of it. There are techniques for the way you think. I mean, and that's everything. The way you think is everything. Um, it's your attitude. It's what is going to happen in your life. It all takes its cue by what you think. And you do need to master your mind. It's not like you're going to you're not trying to control everything, like dominate it. You're trying to understand it, understand who you are and why you do the things you do, and how you can help yourself by changing some of the patterns. So, we all, like I had said before, I came from childhood abuse. But even if you didn't, we're all influenced by everything that happens around us, by what we hear. And until we realize that we were more than just our senses, our five senses, and what other people say we aren't really awake. We're really just kind of walking, reacting, and not really living in a way that's really positive. So you have to kind of consciousness requires us to stop for a second and go, okay, so and so said this about me and all that, and realize who cares what other people say about you? What do you say about you? And you have to also look about, like, what is the programming? Children, we are born with the parents we're with, and that's our major influence. And then in the society and the time of our life, when we were born, what was going on around us, all that stuff ingrains into us and colors what we think about ourselves. I was taught I was stupid. I was taught that women were inferior. Um, I was taught there was a lot of racism in my life when I was young, because I was in Lower Alabama in the 60s, and there was some ugly things happening. And weirdly enough, this all taught me that wasn't who I was. I mean, and I looked at the racism and I was like, that's not God's love, and that isn't love, and I don't like that. I don't like people treating other people like they're dirt, and I don't like being treated like I'm dirt. And I was told these things. In some level, I'm saying, no, that can't be true, and that's correct. It is not true. It is what I was told. It is what people were doing around me. It was information being fed to me as a child that I should think this way, and that these people, and you aren't very good because you're lesser because you're a woman. You're lesser because you're female. And I knew in my heart, I was like, that's wrong. That is wrong. But I had to grow up and live it and really, really reprogram myself, because just because I was like, that's wrong, I still had to get it out of my system and out of my thoughts, because you can be a child and be told you're stupid or worthless, and then as an adult you can say, well, I am not stupid and I'm not worthless. But then your patterns of thinking, you know, if you catch yourself saying, well, that was stupid, oh, why did I make that stupid mistake, you're reliving those thoughts that you're rebelling against. You're reliving it. It's so easy. Your mind is like a computer. Your mind will pick all this stuff up and start feeding it back to you like programming. You aren't worthwhile. You aren't smart. Blah blah blah. This is the way things should be because you were told. And you have to stop that. You have to stop it. And some of it is just a technique. It's not about being angry or hating yourself. You don't want to hate yourself. You really don't. You want compassion. And that's your practicality. You want compassion. Everything needs to be about compassion within yourself and towards others. That's your baseline guide. If it's not compassionate, it's not wisdom based, and it's not something you want to embrace. So basically, when I heard myself saying, well, that was stupid in my head, when you're thinking, well, that's just stupid, or you're not good enough, or you're this, or you're that. That's when you say that's a pattern of thought, and it's repressed emotion.